Welcome to the show. Once again, we have a fabulous lineup of guests to energise and inspire you.
It's time to wake up your wow with your host, international award-winning speaker, Cath Vincent.
On the show, go-to girl Natalie Cutler-Welsh tells us how to up your brave. Brett Hickman introduces us to a four-legged border security operative. And Abby Lee explains the game-changing app for volunteering. And in the Wild Records music slot with Jesse Wild, we hear original music from Op Shop legend Jason Kerrison.
I will if you will. I'd put it all on the line.
All this and more to wake up your wow. Natalie, thanks for joining us here today.
Thanks, Cath. Good to be here.
Now, I think you might be one of the most high-energy women I know, and you've done so many things. Tell me just a couple of the things that you've done in your life.
Recently, I started off writing a book, and it was a parenting book. I wanted to help overwhelmed mothers, and then I moved towards helping entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, overwhelmed entrepreneurs, and lately moving into the wellness space because I found that people are struggling to be a happy mom or happy entrepreneur because they struggle with the wellness.
Yeah, and actually doing those two things simultaneously is a struggle for a lot of people.
It is. It's a challenge. I call it juggling the mother load.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, what I found is that a lot of people, they're living either in the should zone or the frustration zone of life, whether they be working, business, kids, no kids, whatever.
Yeah.
And I found that where they want to get to is what I call the up your brave zone.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And up your brave.
That's right.
Woo.
And in the up your brave zone, you're not necessarily like feel the fear and do it anyway, but you're living from this place of intentional actions and empowered choices. And so you have energy. Like I have a lot of energy because I do what I love doing.
Right.
And I think if most people move towards doing what they love doing, they're not in the should and the frustration zone.
So how do you go about upping your brave?
Well, I think really the simple thing is to say what you want, like to actually voice it, and then to move towards it. So take actions to make it happen.
Yeah, well, typically people don't really say what they want. They have like a secret hope or wish or ambition. So say it out loud.
Yeah, to say it out loud. And I don't mean just say whatever you want and who cares what people think, but I mean say what you genuinely desire to do, and then people are speaking truthfully instead of trying to dance around each other and, oh, I really want to do this, but I wouldn't want to offend so-and-so. It's like, just say what you actually want to do. And if everyone did that, I do believe the world would be a happier place.
Yeah, and when you first upped your own brave, what did you declare?
What did I declare? Well, I think like many people, I've upped my brave a number of times. I'm a Canadian Kiwi, so I packed up my bags and moved across the world, and I've done a few exciting, adventurous things. But I guess one of the things is when we moved after the Christchurch earthquake to Auckland, and we essentially started again. We started over. Yeah. But I think doing what you want, and I guess I declared that we could start over. You can move your life towards whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So people will say though, oh, I can't do what I want. You know, I'm a parent and I've got to look after the kids. I'm a husband, I'm a father, whatever I am, I'm hemmed in by my circumstances. What would you say to them?
I would say flip it. So try to flip it and say, well, what if you could? And how would that feel? And when they connect with how it would feel, because it's not necessarily doing the things, it's how doing the things makes you feel. So if they connect with that, and then they stop with all those things, which are reasons, they're kind of excuses, and some of them are valid. Yeah. But if they really connect with how they would feel, and they can start to see that, I think they can start to navigate their way through.
Right, okay, got that. So you need to kind of generate that feeling, and then go, oh, I like feeling this way, now I'll go do the actions. Yeah. So people are often deterred from doing what they want, often by well-meaning advice from people that care about them. What would you say about that?
Well, I think some people, they have the pursuit of perfection, so they don't move towards what they want. They're afraid, or they're afraid of failure, or they're afraid of what other people think.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite bits of advice that I give, and I teach this to my kids as well, is care what other people think, but care what you think more.
Wow, I love that. That really is about relying on your own intuition, isn't it?
It is, and it's about thinking, well, I'm going to try this thing, or I'm going to change my job because I don't love my job, or I'm going to move to a different country, and it's like everyone will have their opinion.
Yeah.
But it's like if you know why you want to do it and how that's going to make you feel. So of course we care what other people think, but we care what we think more.
So when people up their brave, what kind of results do they typically generate?
Well, they suddenly are living from this place of empowered choices, and they're in the zone of love, I call it, where they're doing what they actually want. So I work a lot with speakers, some people wanting to get their message out wider. And they're scared. They're scared of what people will think. They're scared of looking bad. Yeah. But when they do it, they are over the moon. They're so excited.
Yeah. And when you introduce this concept of up your brave to people, like they might be terrified, I don't know, how do they typically respond?
Well, often if I'm speaking to a room of people, they will come up to me after and they'll literally say, oh my gosh, I never realized I'm living in the should zone. Or, oh my gosh, I'm in the zone of frustration. I never realized where I was.
Yeah.
And when they realize how they've been living, then they can make it, and that it's not comfortable and they don't want it anymore, they can make a change.
Yeah, and that's interesting because we call it the comfort zone, but often it isn't that comfy.
No, it's not. They're not even happy there. So we've got the should zone, the frustration zone, and actually before that, the disconnected zone. And that's where people are just living their life on autopilot. They're not even doing what they love. They're just going through the motions.
Yeah.
And in all three of those zones, where they want to get to is the up their brave zone.
Yeah, got that. That's awesome advice for everyone. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks.
Up next, Brett Hickman on keeping New Zealand's borders safe. So Brett, welcome. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting us on the show today.
My pleasure, my pleasure. So you manage detection at New Zealand borders.
Yes, so I work for Biosecurity New Zealand, part of MPI, and we look after any kind of pest or disease trying to stop it entering New Zealand. Yeah. And I look after all the different detection devices, what we do at the border. And we've got one of our new detection devices here, which is baby Neve, who's only just over 3 months old. And she's going to protect us at the border very shortly, trying to keep out pests and diseases out of New Zealand.
Oh my God, she's so cute. Hello.
So this is Neve. So she's part of our breeding program. She's only just over 3 months old, and we've been breeding dogs for over 20 years now, beagles and just recently harriers. As you see, she wants to start doing her work already. Now this is one of the reasons why we've bred beagles for so long, is because innately they just want to sniff.
Right.
And we want their job to be fun. And so when they're working at the border, you can see that all they want to do is sniff, and that's their job, tails going, finding products and keeping New Zealand safe.
So she's sniffing out all sorts of things like, stuff that would have fruit fly in it and...
Absolutely. So people sometimes forget or intentionally bring stuff in. So that could be fruit with fruit fly on. It could be other materials like vegetables, meat, fish, all those kind of things. So we're trying to keep out any kind of pests and diseases that could be harmful for New Zealand. We're a primary producing country, so we're trying to keep everything clean and green. Yeah. We've also got all our lovely countryside, so we don't want any new diseases in the country. Yeah. And that's what detection tools like Cute Neve here. Wow. So they're not all about cute and cuddly. No. They actually do a really good job.
Very serious. Yeah.
Very serious, and you can see it's all she wants to do.
Yeah, and so she's just 3.5 months old. Yep. When did they start working?
So right now, she's been looked after by a puppy walker. For the first 18 months of their life, they're out in the public, they've got a family that looks after them, and then they come back in. So they've been socialised already, because they need to be around people, and happy with that environment. Yeah. And she comes in, and she'll start training for about a month to a month and a half, and then she'll be on a course with a handler for about another 10 weeks, and then hopefully pass, and she'll be out there at the airport.
So they start out with families for 18 months, and then the families give them back?
Have to give them up, yeah. And have a look,
I know, I couldn't do it.
Luckily, we have families that have been really great and are on their 3rd, 4th dog, so they understand. Yeah. And the great thing for them is they see the dog working at the border, and whether it's on border patrol, watching it, or whether they actually literally fly in the country and they see their dog there, and they know they're doing their small little part for New Zealand. So it is hard to give up the dog, but they see what's at the end of it for them. So
it's like fostering a child, really.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just a fluffy-eared one.
A really cute one, yeah.
Exactly.
So this one's called Neve. Is that a happy coincidence, or
it's
is there
very
a
much a happy coincidence. So all our breeding, we have different litters, and we have letters for the litter. And before the litter actually arrives, we just get to write down lots of N names or B names. We're up to the N litter, and Neve was on our list, and so Neve it was.
And of course, if you're in New Zealand, that means something.
Yes, so our current Prime Minister, Jacinda, her daughter's name is Neve, and it's a happy coincidence.
So, very famous Neve.
I've got to say thank you to Edmund for coming in today. He's a kennel assistant with us, and Neve's done some really good work.
Neve is yawning.
I know, but because Edmund's here. If I had Neve, it would all be pear-shaped.
It would be chaos. The teapot would be on the floor. There'd be all sorts of things going on. Thanks, Edmund. That's awesome. So if someone wanted to be like a foster family for a beagle, how would they go about that?
So the easiest way is we've got a website, both an MPI and biosecurity website, but we've got a dedicated Facebook page for the Detected Dog program. And there's all the information on all the different puppies on there and how you can get hold of us and hopefully, help us out and help New Zealand out.
Awesome. And you have a cute little puppy like this one.
Exactly.
Great. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Edmund. Up next, Abby Lee with an app that changes lives. So Abby, thanks for being here today.
Hi Cath, thanks for having me here today.
Now you are the regional lead for Collaborate. Tell me, what is Collaborate?
Well, Collaborate is a web app that connects volunteers with charities, and it was modelled on popular dating apps like Tinder and things like Uber. So it's like the Tinder for volunteering.
Wow, what a great idea. Where did it come from?
So it was started in 2015 in Wellington by 4 Victoria University students.
Wow.
Yeah, so they were all volunteering and just struggling with really being able to find things that match their skill sets and that they were passionate about.
Right. And so then they developed the app. Was it part of their curriculum or something?
No, not at all. They're just 4 really great, amazing, entrepreneurial girls in tech as well, which is...
So 4 girls?
4 girls in tech. It's really unusual. But so they set it up. They all have full-time jobs as well.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And how did you get involved?
So funnily enough, I work full-time also and have 2 children.
Wow, that's plenty already.
Yeah, that's plenty enough. But I wanted to be able to give back and do something in my community. Yeah. So I did what most adults do when you're looking for something. I went on Google and I typed in volunteer in Auckland and I came across Collaborate. So I set up a profile, which is what you do, and put in the skills and things, and then I was scrolling through the opportunities and I saw that there was one for Collaborate and for regional lead in Auckland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's how I came about, and that was September last year.
So you're a volunteer,
Yeah.
and what do you actually do? What's your mission in this?
My mission, so what I actually do is I will go out and meet charities, not-for-profits and social enterprises and talk to them about Collaborate and get them signed up, like their opportunities, volunteer opportunities, and also talk to people that are interested in volunteering and just really get the word out there.
Wow, so you're the matchmaker, really?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, facilitate two really good relationships.
Yeah, it's a great idea because there's plenty of people who want to volunteer, but they don't really know what they want to do or what they might be well suited to.
Yeah.
And what kind of opportunities are on there? If I jumped on now and started looking, what would I find?
Well, currently in Auckland, you would find things like Bellyful, which helps and it creates meals for families that are dealing with illness. You could be a Big Brother mentor,
Big sister mentor.
guy, that's like generally around 2 hours a week, and you go mentor a younger boy. There's also surrogate grandparents.
Oh, wow.
For families that don't have grandparents or aunties or uncles. And
that is so cute. I never had any grandparents.
So, yeah.
Is it too late?
Yeah, potentially. You could be like a surrogate auntie or something, you know?
I could. Yeah. Okay, so basically, no matter who you are, you're going to probably find something that would suit your skills.
Absolutely,
And so you can sort depending on your skills, depending on the amount of time you have to offer?
Yeah, absolutely. So you would go on, if you were to go and create a profile, and then what you would do is talk about your interests. We have skill sets that you can pull up and say, yeah, I'm interested in youth or the elderly or community and environment. You would then, once you've got your profile set up, which is really quick and easy, you then get to scroll through the opportunities, and on every opportunity it will basically have who the organisation is, what their requirement is. So say it could be 2 to 5 hours a week. It will say what the the opportunity itself. So for instance, we have some that are on there for like social media manager, and then it would just have, you could, do this remotely. You could literally do it from your own home.
Yeah.
So you could volunteer your 2 hours and manage someone's social media for a charity, or whatever it may be. And then you express an interest, and then you get directly matched with the organisation, and they'll contact you after that.
So tell me about the ethos of Collaborate.
So Collaborate has 3 core values. One is community is at the heart of everything.
I love that.
Yeah. 2 is everybody has a skill that can make a difference.
Yeah.
And the 3rd one is volunteering should be fun and easy.
Oh, wow. I love that too. Because I think sometimes people think, oh, I should volunteer. It's a worthy thing. I should be more keen on this than I am. But I guess what you're saying is when you match the skills to the things that people really want to do, how can Collaborate help with that?
Well, Collaborate helps because you're matching your skills and things that you're really passionate about with an organisation. So you actually choose, and it's really utilising what makes you feel good. And like I said, you can actually do it from the comfort of your own home, depending on what the opportunity is and for the amount of hours that you can do.
So how many people are using Collaborate?
So currently Collaborate, we've launched in Christchurch, Nelson, Hamilton and Wellington first, and we have over 1,700 volunteers nationally.
Wow.
With over 300 volunteer charities and 300 opportunities that they've posted.
Yeah, and that's growing all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah. Wishing you every success with all of it in all those regions, and thanks for joining us on the show.
Thanks so much, Cath.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me here today. My question to you is, how confident are you when you speak in public? How confident would you be doing an elevator pitch like this one? The truth is, if you are not supremely confident every time you speak, you're not the best ambassador for your business. Right. You're not the one who's going to get that job promotion. And you're simply not the person you were born to be. Get happy when you speak and you'll discover confidence you never knew you had. And those results will show up everywhere.
Jesse Wild, welcome back.
Great to be here.
How are you doing?
Doing today.
Today?
I feel fantastic because my very good friend Jason Kerrison is going to be on the show.
You're kidding me.
No,
Jason Kerrison is performing live here today.
absolutely.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's hear from Jason.
Let's do it.
With my hand on my heart, I can say I don't know the way from here. There's no point in me going where I'm going if you're not there. Just another man who starts a day the best way he can. For fear of going where I'm going, you not being there. Take me kicking and screaming if you must. Go on believing in love and the warmth inside. 'Cause I got nothing to lose, or why I put it all on the line. Oh, I put it all on the line. I will if you will. I will if you will. I will if you will. I put it all on the line. There I go again with a foot in my mouth. I just need to know the way in, not the way out. There's no point in me going on if you're in doubt. Just another human who starts a day sometimes inside out. The fear of going where I'm going, you not being around. So take me kicking and screaming if you must. Go on believing in love and the warmth inside. 'Cause I've got nothing to lose, or why I put it all on the line. Oh, I and screaming. If you must go on believing in love and the warmth inside, 'cause I've got nothing to lose, or why I'd put it all on the line. 'Cause I will if you will. I will if you will. I will if you will. I'd put it all on the line. Yeah. All on the, all on the, all on the line. Yeah. All on the, all on the, all on the line. Take me kicking and screaming. If you must go on believing in love and the warmth inside, 'cause I've got nothing to lose, or why I put it all on the line. Oh, I will if you will. I will if you will. I will if you will. I'd put it all on the line. All on the, all on the, all on the line. All on the, all on the line. All on the line.
Thank you.
Oh, that was stunning. That was so great. Thank you.
Cheers, Cath. Mate, it's good to see you.
It's been a while.
It's been too long, man. It's been great.
So listen, you have heaps going on right now. Tell me a bit about what you're doing.
It's musically.
Yeah.
So musically, so personally, I've got a single coming out reasonably soon. That's that song there. So I've prior to just now, I've never played that song
You're kidding.
live.
World
So
exclusive.
very special.
Oh,
Very
I
special.
loved it. That's my new favourite record.
It's your new favourite record, and it's not even a record yet.
Yeah.
How's that? But maybe we can sort that out. You've got a lathe sitting back here somewhere to make actual records.
I can have it cut by this afternoon.
Bro,
Be
the
in the
man.
jukebox behind you. It'll be all yours,
It's not
mate.
released
How cool would
yet.
that be? No, so I've got a single coming out. It's called I Will If You Will. It's I'm actually doing a video for it where I want people to, I want a crowdsource video. So effectively what that means is have people send in videos lip syncing to the song and doing things that they're passionate about, you know.
Oh,
So
wow.
could be anything as long as it's safe. So that's what we're looking to do.
Oh, awesome. We'll be in it. We'll be doing crazy things in there.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to?
Yeah,
So,
totally.
so all the details are at Jason Kerrison Music page on Facebook.
Yeah.
And so everything about how to take, do landscape and have it in HD and just a few details and then some addresses, and we transfer information to do that. So you can, that'd be great. And
That
so
would be
you
really
can
cool.
too.
That would be really cool.
So crowdsource is different to crowdfunding. So this
Yeah.
explain how that works.
Crowdfunding, you ask for money. Crowdsourcing, you're asking for
Just for content.
content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be part of an awesome video.
Yeah, well, I don't know how awesome it'll be just yet, but
I think it'll be awesome.
yeah, I just love the idea of letting people take ownership of that, and I think because I've done lots of videos, and I actually just don't like being in videos. I hate seeing myself on TV. I hate like all that stuff.
Oh dear.
And I just rather.
That's a bit awkward.
It's a, oh, is this TV?
This is TV
Oh,
right now.
Oh,
Oh, we
well,
should have
that's
warned
great.
you. We should have warned you about that, yeah.
But I think there's really something quite cool about getting empowering people to take it on themselves. Eh?
Yeah.
Getting the fans involved.
Yeah. So I've had friends say, they're going to chuck their wives out of a plane, and I will if you will. I'm like, mate, that is great. Just make sure everyone's got parachutes
Yeah.
and it's very safe and someone's looking after everyone. So very keen to have something like that come together.
So you've got a few shows coming up?
Got a few shows coming up, a couple of big ones. One being the show with one of my childhood heroes, Mr. John Farnham. So,
Wow.
The Voice.
Yeah, The Voice, yep. So,
I've got some of him in the jukebox.
oh
actually.
mate, I'm a bit
Played
weirded
it
out
earlier.
about meeting him. Have you ever met him? You
No.
ever met
Never
John
met him,
Farnham?
no.
Yeah, me neither. But when I was like 18, 19, 20 or odd, whatever it was, playing in cover bands in Christchurch, we would finish our gig, then we'd close down the venue and we would put on Whispering Jack and just sing the thing in its entirety. But we'd also, around about that time, he was doing Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, wow.
So he was starring as Jesus, I think, and but just just the most incredible voice.
Yeah.
You know, so we would end up learning the entire, I've not done it since, but we've learnt the entire musical.
Cool.
And so to meet him is going to be quite odd.
Yeah.
Quite
That'd
fun.
be awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're doing that. What else? I've got a support tour for this single coming up, so we'll release the details of that on the Jason Kerrison music page on Facebook.
So you were born in Invercargill, right?
Born in Invercargill, raised in Christchurch, lived in Auckland for about 20 years and escaped recently, about 20 months ago, now live in Kaitaia and about to run a hemp farm up there. So yeah, it's good. And thank you for having me. Beautiful studio. And I like the Airbnb you've got upstairs as well. So quick plug there, beautiful. And thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
My thanks to all my special guests, to Natalie, Brett, Edmund and Neve, to Abby, Jason, and of course our very own Jessie Wild. And until next time, don't wait to wake up your wow. My dog is gonna have something to say when I get home. She'll be like, "You smell different." Oh, you're just gorgeous, thank you. Now I've got no makeup on at all.